Well, g'day, welcome to a new video. And look, today I'm doing something that definitely wasn't in the plan until I recorded last week's video. So last week's video was about lawn renovations. Is it worth doing them? What time of the year should you do them? And right now it is April. I'm recording this at the start of April, which is not exactly prime growing season. Autumn's a nice season for the lawn to be looking good, but it's not by any stretch of the imagination a good time to be doing a lawn renovation. But when I was out here and I was doing the mow as a part of last week's video, I was finding the cylinder mower was just sort of floating a little bit, which can happen when the lawn gets a little bit thatchy, a little bit spongy, a little bit thick. A cylinder mower, especially mine, which is a lighter cylinder mower, it can start to just float a little bit, which essentially just makes it really hard to keep straight lines and get a nice true cut. So I was doing that and I was thinking, look, I think I'm gonna get to June, July, especially a few months down the track, and the lawn's only gonna continue to thicken up, get more thatchy, and I'm gonna regret not doing anything. So I'm midway through all the work at the moment, and as you can see, I've bruised up the lawn just a little bit here, and some of these spots that were just a little bit thick, a little bit spongy. So you can see here's a couple of little spots where, it was the spongiest and the thickest, and I've opened that up and exposed it a bit. I started out with my rotary mower and I put it to what is about 20 mil. I've been mowing out here with the cylinder at kind of between 20 and 25 mil. I've played around with a few different heights out here in recent months, but 20 mil on a cylinder versus 20 on a rotary is just not the same. You'll find the rotary, the wheels will dig into some of the low spots a little bit more, and just the way it cuts, without going too far into it, this is not they're not an equal 20 and 20 rotary versus cylinder for sure. So anyway, I've got into some of these low spots, dug them up a bit, which I'm really, really happy about. I've then taken the Ryobi Scarifier and I've got 3 height settings on here. I was initially thinking of doing it at 0 just to kind of nick the top of the grass, but I've ended up going at a number 1, and I decided I wanted to thin it out just a little bit more because, I felt like at that point, after going over it once at number 1, I just felt like there was a bit more in it that I could do number 2 and not create too much damage. I have left the catcher on today as well, which, a lot of people say not to do or whatever with the Scarify, but I don't know, I just feel like it's feeling a bit more efficient for me when I'm not doing an absolute full scale reno, but this is what's coming out. So it's a lot of green stuff, and it's just thinning out a bit, just taking out a little bit of dead stuff, and just kind of opening it up, kind of allowing a bit more oxygen down into the soil, and just, hopefully going to remove a fair amount of that thickness and sponginess. So anyway, I mowed that direction, scarified that direction, now I'm scarifying again that direction on the 45 there. I'm seeing how I go for time today. I am going to go again with the rotary just because I want to go at a different angle at that same height that I did earlier. And in lots of spots I have kind of, with the Scarify, fluffed up the grass a bit so that it's sticking up. So I want to come across again. I'd love to also get my cylinder out here today, but that might have to wait till tomorrow or another day. We'll just see how we go with time. But yeah, so far, doing a good job here, I think, of thinning it out and just freshening it up for winter. So that's from 4 passes, half of this catcher, probably 100 meters worth of walking. So I'm really, really happy with exactly what's coming out of here. It's good, good. And this is what I'm talking about, where I say that the Scarifier is just kind of digging it up a bit and fluffing it up so that when I come through and mow it again later, it's going to pick up a lot more of that material and just, continue to thin it out. All right, there we go. There's 2 passes done. I am somewhat tempted to go a 3rd time with the Scarify, but I don't want to get too carried away and pull up too much. I'd probably rather do not enough and be left with a little bit more sponginess than go too hard that it's not enough meat on the bone, I guess, for it to recover fully for winter. I am very confident of a recovery here, but anyway, run across it again with the rotary mower at the same height as earlier. I fluffed it up, so I'm gonna remove a few more clippings. I'm onto my second bin of clippings, which is a good amount. I'm pretty happy with that. I wasn't, you know, hoping to be ripping up a heap amount of lawn today. It's still quite green out here, so yeah, I'm really happy with how this is going so far. So yeah, run across it again with the rotary in a different direction, and yeah, keep chugging on with it. I just started on that little section over there between the pool and the veggie garden. Half a catcher. I honestly stopped for a sec because I thought the mower had like dropped down a notch by itself, so it's definitely fluffed it up a bit with the Scarifying, which I'm really happy with. So anyway, we'll get it done now.
Speed away from the holy mind, pride. That's where I never thought it would matter. If I'm gone by now, all my weakness keep on linger on repeat like it will be my favorite song. Oh, I know I should be moving on, but you got me good, you got me good. I keep on driving till it bends, still it feels like I pretend. Keep on driving and driving along the road to end. Lost my head over my back between the jars and bottle jack. Just me and all the red lights. Keep on driving and driving.
Pretty happy with that, I think. There's a couple of spots here where that looks, geez, that looks pretty rough, but there's still some green shoots in there. There's still some nice healthy grass. It's a little bit low. Something I wish I had I don't know if you could even see me then. Something I wish I had made time for towards the end of the season was another top dress, even just like a light one into some of my lower spots, to get it a lot flatter as things have settled now that it's been 3 months since my major renovation. So anyway, I think I do want to get a cylinder cut on it, probably somewhere in the 18mm range, just to see how it looks, just to tidy it up, just to give it a really clean, neat cut. I don't even want to look at the blades on this mower because I'm sure they're gross, and just from looking at some of the grass here, even though this was a bit of a hack job, it always is for a scalp, but yeah, I don't want to know what those blades are looking like. So I think I'll get the cylinder. I think I'll give it a probably 18mm cut or something. All right, camera overheated before. 24 degrees, 25 degrees, so not even that hot, but anyway. Ended up setting the mower to 17mm and gave it a cut with that. I think I took off 4 or 5 catches. In the end, there was just like little bits of clippings that were coming up. It wasn't all to cut off the tip of the grass, I guess. So yeah, was happy with that. It's a pretty clean cut at 17mm. I'm probably gonna go up to 22 or so as a maintenance cut from now on. I'm going to look to cut it really frequently. Now I'm about to get out the Lawn Tips spring mix again. I think the winter mix is in the mail. Thanks, Ben. Where are we? So the enhanced products need a litre. So for the Vitalize, the Enhance and the Nourish, I need a litre of each of those. So I'll bang those in to 30 litres of water, which gets me about 3 laps of the lawn. So that's good, get nice even coverage going a few different directions. Now in terms of timing, which is a big thing with this reno, which, you know, I talked about last week, and it's a big reason why, you know, there are recommended times of the year to do these sorts of renovation work. The reason that I am comfortable doing this at this time of year right now, like I said, start of April, second month of autumn, is because my lawn is really nicely and fully covered. Some really nice green growth, recovered from fungal disease. It's really healthy. It's a really, really nice lawn at the moment. If I had a fungal disease, or if I had have just recovered from the fungal disease last week, or you know, if it was really struggling, I definitely wouldn't be doing this. It would be silly. But because it is really healthy, it is really nice, you know, I'm getting out some quality fertilizer. I also did a granular application. A couple of weeks ago, I was out doing something and it was just about to rain, so I was like, stuff it, I'm gonna get this out. So yeah, I have also got some really nice products on the lawn. It's healthy, it's nice, putting out good products. We've got a bit of rain in the forecast. We've got some warmth as well to help it recover. So yeah, that is why I'm more than comfortable with the timing of this. So I am going to spray this. I've gotten away with those last two. I think I'm gonna put the jug on the ground now. So yeah, I'm gonna spray this out. Really good balance of microbes and macronutrients in these fertilizers. So stoked with this, spray it out. Set up the sprinklers for, I'll probably give it a light water this afternoon after this has sat on the leaf for a bit and some of it has absorbed as a foliar application, and then I will give it a light water I think this afternoon, and then a really big deep water tomorrow morning. And yeah, look forward to some rain in a few days. I think a few days of rain. We've got a few cold days in the forecast, but we've also got some really nice days. So yeah, either way, I think there's enough warmth in the soil temperatures. I think the grass is healthy enough, and yeah, look, if nothing else, this might be a stupid decision, and next year when the DMs roll in through March and April, I'll say, look, I tried it under the best of circumstances. But anyway, I have full confidence, to be honest, otherwise I wouldn't have done it. I thought long and hard about it. I feel really good about it. So yeah, anyway. So it's really good to be getting this goodness out onto the lawn. From now, regular mowing is going to be a key. Getting some water onto it's going to be a key. And yeah, like I said though, I'm very confident of getting a full recovery out here. Not next video, but the one after that is going to be about this lawn, about the recovery, about how it's looking, as well as more updates on Instagram and that sort of thing. So yeah, check out for that. But yeah, thanks for watching the video, and see you in the next one.